Hello everyone, welcome to Module 4. This week we're focusing on leading and motivating a global workforce. I'm going to walk you through how to succeed in this week's assignments with a real emphasis on the rubric elements to ensure you hit all the key points. So to kick it off, we have Project 1, which is a global HR management presentation. This is your first major project, and it's your opportunity to showcase your understanding of globalization's impact on HR. So I'm going to break down the rubric criteria to hopefully help you get the best score you could get on this particular assignment. So it starts out with foundational information of globalization. And it talks about defining globalization from an HR perspective. I'm going to suggest that you use academic resources, make sure that you cite them properly in APA style. I also would suggest that you explain how HR fosters cross-cultural awareness. Give me some clear examples, like training programs or policies to bridge cultural gaps. The next piece is impact on globalization. I want you to discuss how globalization influences U.S. organizations, particularly around employment and labor laws. Use some statistics, examples from the required sources, or anything you can pull from the internet. Google can be your friend. Next, talks about the role of HR. I want you to highlight 2 HR functions other than recruitment that need to adapt for global operations. Examples might include performance management or compliance. I want you to be specific about the changes required. Then we go on to organizational structure. We need to explain the types of structure, for example, matrix or divisional, that support a transition from domestic to global operations, and then connect your explanation to how these structures enable better HR support. The next piece is recruitment and cultural awareness. We need to propose 2 onboarding strategies that develop global awareness. Then, we need to address cultural challenges, including how labor is utilized and key country-specific laws that employees need to understand. Then the next piece and the last piece is talent management. Talks about how do you discuss how HR can motivate and manage a global workforce. And I need you to include 2 challenges HR might face, such as communication barriers or differing workplace expectations. Here's a couple tips. Make sure you keep your slides concise and visually engaging. Use speaker notes to elaborate. And what I mean by concise and visually engaging, I've seen slides that are 24 bullets on a page, and ultimately someone's reading me the bullets. Nobody wants to sit through that, including you. I'm sure you've been in situations yourself where somebody put some slides up with a bunch of bullets and started reading them to you. That's no one's favorite format. Graphics are always good. Images are good. Images are good with a couple of key bullets, but then you take those bullets and you explain them. That always works the best. Make sure you cite at least 2 academic course-related sources. It doesn't, and I say course-related sources, there's a lot of material that's provided. You can utilize some of the resources I provided in the announcements. You can pull your own resources. There's a lot of material out there, and I really have no preference on where you pull from. Just make sure it's a credible source. Another piece is, and I've seen a lot of students do great work and then they don't proofread. So make sure you proofread your content to ensure clarity and that you stick to the rubric. The next piece is we have another module activity that's called Leadership and Motivation in a Global Context. This particular activity focuses on applying motivational theories in a cultural setting, and it talks about referencing theories like Maslow's hierarchy or Hofstede's cultural dimensions to explain how you approach motivation in diverse terms. I want you to use some real-world examples of scenarios where you can to strengthen your answers. I can't emphasize this enough. Follow the rubric for all of your activities. Your response is to demonstrate both theoretical understanding and practical application. Use examples from the textbook or any other sources, again, credible sources that you like. Finally, this week's assignments are about showing how you can apply what you've learned in practical, actionable ways. And as always, if you have any questions, especially about the project or rubric, don't hesitate to reach out. Let's make this week a success. I look forward to seeing all of your activities, seeing your creativity and insights. Thank you.